Hi everyone. Today we're going to learn how to prove two functions are equal each other if they are composite functions. We're also going to learn how to find components of a composite function. First of all, let's see what is a commutative function or two commutative functions. The function g and f are said to commute with each other if g of f is equal to f of g. So if you find the composite functions of these two functions from both sides, like g of f and f of g, and prove they're equal to each other, then we can say they commute with each other. For example, here we have f of x equal to 3x minus 4 and g of x like this. We want to prove they are commutative. So we start with f of g of x. F of, instead of g of x, we replace 1 over 3 times x plus 4. This 1 over 3 times x plus 4 will replace the x here. So in f of x, we had 3 times x minus 4. But the x will replace with this new value, 1 over 3 times x plus 4. The first thing that we can do is multiply 3 by 1 over 3, which will be 3 over 3, and it's 1. So these two cancel each other. Then you have x plus 4 minus 4. 4 and minus 4 will cancel each other. So that's equal to x. Now let's find g of f of x. For f of x, we replace the equation 3x minus 4. This is my new x in g of x. That's equal to 1 over 3 times x plus 4, which x will be replaced by 3x minus 4. These 4's inside the parentheses cancel each other. Then I will have 1 over 3 times 3x. If you multiply 1 over 3 by 3, that's equal to 3 over 3, which is 1. So they cancel each other. It's equal to x. So we see that f of x is equal to g of x. Actually f of g of x is equal to g of f of x. So they are commutative. So whenever you want to prove that two functions are commutative, you need to find f of g and g of f and prove they are equal to each other. The next part of the lesson is finding components of composite functions. So far we have learned if we have g and f, how to compose them and find g of f. But this time we already have a composite function and we want to find the components of them. For example, here we have h of x equal to x squared, h of x equal to x squared plus 1 to the power of 50. We know that this f of x, if this h of x is equal to f of g of x, like this, means we have an inside function like g of x which is inside another function. We have an outside function like f and inside function like g. So in the given equation we are also looking for the same thing, something outside and something inside. Basically, if you look at the parent function, if you try to find a parent function which is actually including something inside itself, you can easily find the components. Like here you see a parent function of exponential, like this, which has another function inside itself. So we say the outside function, which is f, is actually exponential function like x to the power of 50, and the inside function is whatever you see inside, so it's g of x, which is x squared plus 1. So that's how you find the components, and this is our answer actually. The next example, we have h of x equal to 1 over x plus 1. And this is actually a composite function of f of g of x. That's equal to 1 over x plus 1. Now we want to find this g of x and f of x. Again, we need to find for a function which is including something else or keeping something else, another function inside itself. So as you look at this function, you see that there is a fraction here. We can consider this fraction as the outside function, 1 over something as the outside function, and the inside one is whatever you see in the denominator. So I'm going to write f of x is the parent function of rational function 1 over x. And then the g of x is x plus 1. So this is my answer. The components are found. You can also prove that your answer is right. You have the, if you doubt about your answer, you can prove that by finding f of g of x and see if you get the same original function or not. So f of g of x, which is x plus 1. f of x is 1 over x. So it's supposed to be 1 over x, but now the new x is x plus 1. And as you see, you prove that this is equal to the original function which is given to you. So your f and g as the components that you found were right. So this was today's lesson. Hope it was helpful for you all. Practice to learn more. Thank you.